you're just right next door. I'm from south of Indianapolis.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I was just at Kings Island on Sunday.
I was just there yesterday, actually.
Really?
Yeah, me and my girlfriend went there. It was for my birthday. I had never been before.
Okay, cool, man. So that was your first time there?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. Do you like roller coasters?
I don't really like heights, but I'm trying to get over that fear. So I was like, I'll go on the drop tower first thing, and nothing says bad now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't like the drop tower. I've been to Kings Island probably 5 or 6 times.
Hmm.
And the third time I went, I got pretty nauseous, and I was like, you know what? Let me try it again. And I just didn't like it. So now I've decided that roller coasters are not for me.
Yeah. I got really nauseous on that fight one where you're in the UFO.
Oh, that one's fast. That one's really fast. Yeah. Cool, man. Well, I know we're on a timer. We can jump right in if you're ready.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you have a place to sit where you could sit down and take notes? It looks like you're in bed right now.
Yeah, I can do that. I was just charging my phone. That's okay. Oh, bye.
Okay, cool. Awesome. We good to go?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, Dylan, how this call will go? We keep these calls pretty sweet, straight to the point. My main goal here today is just to learn a little bit more about you. So, I just want to learn a little bit more about your situation, see what challenges you're having right now with weight loss. Obviously, that's the reason why you reached out to us, and get some clarity there. So, once we assess your current situation, we'll talk a little bit about your goals, see where you want to get to, how much weight you want to lose, and then talk about if it's realistic for us to help you with that. So we'll see where you are now, where you want to get to. We'll see what's stopping you from getting there. And then if there is anything that we can do to help you speed up that process, or if it seems like you'd be a good fit for our advanced level coaching with Jacob, then we'll go ahead and roll you at the end of the call. If for whatever reason you're not a fit, or we just don't think that you need it and you'd be fine just on your own, then, worst case scenario, we'll just let you know and we'll end the call early. Does that sound fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, man. So, best place to start is just tell me a little bit about yourself, Jacob, and what made you want to book a call with us.
So I've been watching Peach Fit for a while and everything. I really like the transformation he did with that one guy. The fact that he can't even curl his own body weight that he's lost was kind of cool.
Hmm.
In that video. I was 250. I've been losing a little bit of weight, but I'm just so busy throughout the day. So most of my problem is like I can go into the gym. I just bought a 24-hour session gym. That's always open. I have a card, everything to go in. But a lot of my problems just like dieting, learning what the macros is and stuff of like what would be proper to help me hit my goal.
Okay, yeah. So you said you've been on this weight loss journey. You started out at, you said 250.
Yeah.
Okay, now what are you down to?
I'm down to like 230ish. I'm trying to hit like 180.
Okay, you're down to 230, trying to get to 180. And you said the reason you reached out is because now you're having a little bit of struggle with losing more weight because
Yeah.
of, did you mention accountability is something that you said?
Yeah.
Um, okay. And you said that you need some help with the diet and the workout plans and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Um, how long have you been wanting to lose weight for?
I've been wanting to lose weight since high school. In high school, I was like 200. I played football, college. I kind of just like went up and down throughout the year. Some years I'll be like, oh, I'm 200, and then I'm like 250, and then 230. So just like holding it would be really good, and like hitting an all-time low would be really good.
Okay, got it. And how old are you now?
I'm 25. Literally turned 25 yesterday.
Oh, cool, man. Well, happy belated birthday.
Thank
So
you.
you turned 25 yesterday. You said since high school, losing weight has been a problem for you.
Yeah, because even when I was 18, I was on the O line, so I was like 210.
Okay, got it. So you played football.
Yeah,
Okay, got it. Now, and how tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
Okay, so you're 5'7", 230 currently.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So
Dylan, let me ask you this. Like, so yeah, you're a good man. Let me ask you. So outside of obviously just losing weight in itself, what's your main motivation of wanting to lose weight?
just to be healthy and like if you're healthy and less weight, it's better. Like I have a bad hip. I can do squats and stuff now, But when I was a little kid, I fell on the top row of the bleachers and like broke my pelvis. I've had like 13 surgeries on my hip throughout my life.
Okay.
I can walk, I can squat, I can run, I can everything now. But just the heavier I am, like the harder it is on my body and more wear and tear on my hip.
Okay. Got it. And what do you do for work now?
I currently work for Frito-Lay. I'm a merchandiser. So I go to
Okay.
like store to store, stock product, and then like make and maintain all their orders.
Okay. Outside of health, what's your main motivation of wanting to drop 50 additional pounds?
Outside of health, just I don't. The best way to describe it is I want like my nephews, my nieces to like look and be like, "Hey, that's not like that's what I kind of want to be, not like oh that's the fat uncle and everything." Like no one in my family is really fat, but like I am. But it's kind of like you kind of look in the mirror and you go like ah.
Hmm. Tell me more. What do you mean by that? Like your nieces and nephews, and
So like
give me an
I
example
kind
of
of
what you mean.
so I kind of want to be the fittest one, and like I played sports and stuff. But I kind of want my nieces and nephews to be like, oh, like he looks good, and like me to be able to do stuff and like with them more. I guess like it's hard to explain, but yeah,
Okay. So you want to be fit for them.
yeah, that's a good way to
Okay.
describe it.
You mentioned when you look at yourself in the mirror, it's kind of like, oh, right? Like what's that that you're talking about?
So like I think
Like,
the best part.
and we can be totally real, man. It's man to man conversation. I'm here to help you. So like, what is that that you're talking about?
So like right now, I think my best feature is like I have a girlfriend, everything. I'm happy. I think my best feature is like my arms. I really do. Like when I do like this, my arms look really really good. I'll say that. But like I take my shirt off and I have a stomach. Like I don't look good, so I just like get sad because I look fat.
Mhm.
So like
Okay.
I'm the definition of like yesterday I went to Kings Island, it was like 70 degrees. I wore a hoodie the whole trip.
Why'd you wear a hoodie?
Just so that way, like one, I just it's like what Peachfit always said, it's like you don't do it you do it subconsciously, but like don't like you look skinnier in a hoodie, so then you don't worry about like what other people think, and you don't sit down and do like the shirt tuck like this every 5 seconds in a hoodie.
Uh-huh.
So you just don't worry about it. You just feel
Okay.
like more
So you,
confident worrying about
so you wear a hoodie because you don't want people to see the way that you look.
it. Yeah.
Okay. How long has that been a problem?
Probably since I was like 19.
Since you were 19. Okay. Um, when did it start? Like, when was the first time where you realized that, at 19 years old, that like, oh, okay, I'm starting to notice that, I'm getting overweight and I'm getting self-conscious. Like, what happened when you were 19 that makes you say 19?
So I had surgery at like 17, and I think I was like 180, 190. Like I was already like a bigger guy, but then like I had surgery and like couldn't walk for a year. And then I was like 19. I was like, damn, my stomach's getting big. And then like no one ever like makes fun of you for being fat, but like you get comments like, hey, big guy, and people like look at you differently. So then like I'd sit down and I'd see my stomach and I'd just go like that. So it's kind of just like self conscious, like, hey,
Uh-huh.
Or
Okay.
like I think 19 was also the first time I hit an XL size. And I was like wearing large shirts, and I'm like, oh, this is uncomfortable. So I would like hit XL and stuff.
Hmm. Okay. So for the last 6 years, you've been struggling with this.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you being overweight, that causes like insecurity in the way that you look, because you wear hoodies, you do the shirt tuck thing, like feel self-conscious about how your nieces and nephews look at you. Is Dylan, is there any other effect that you being overweight has on you, maybe in any other areas of your life?
Work and stuff, I can do my job pretty well. It's not the most physical job in the world. I'm on my feet a lot, but I played football. I used to do like healthier things, even at a bigger weight. So like that's fine. It's more so just like mental more than anything. And like physically, I know I'd feel better, I'd sleep better, I'd have a better quality of life if I was lighter. Like, because I think without muscle in my weight class, I'm supposed to be like 160.
Okay, got it. And how often is it, Dylan, that you think about your appearance, the way that you look, and how often is it that affects your life
I want to say daily.
daily? Okay. Outside of what you shared, how else does it affect you daily?
Just my mental day to day. I don't want to. Um, I swim a lot, but mostly because running's just a lot.
Uh-huh.
But I just feel like it'd be better for my mental, be better on my body, physically, mentally, everything if I was just lighter and had someone to hold me accountable. 'Cause I think my biggest problem is like if no one's watching, like, oh, I'll have this snack and I'll like count the calories. I'm like, yeah, I'll have 2,100 calories today, like 1,800, and then I'm like, oh, I don't know how to prep this. This will be good, and then you do an extra teaspoon or something, and that's 400 calories.
Huh. Okay. But as far as, so you said daily, right? So it's an everyday thing where it affects you. What are the
Yeah.
day-to-day things that are affected by you being overweight? If you could give me an example of that.
Um, I'll be sitting down just relaxing, and I'll just be like, look down, I'm like, damn, I should lose weight. Or it's kind of like a battle in my own head, like, oh, I'm gonna make chicken, and then I'm like, just don't eat. Then you know, like 0 calories is better than 400. Um, so it's mostly just mental. Like I don't have any like physical limitations. Um, I do know my doctor told me that like since I've had so many hip injuries, I've completely like worn down the cartilage on my left hip. So like the heavier I am, the more damage it is. Before I'm 40, they told me I need a hip replacement guaranteed. But if I'm heavier, I could need it earlier. And like if I keep doing more and more wear and tear, I would need a hip replacement by the time I'm like 35.
Okay. So the doctor told you that you're going to need a hip replacement if you don't take care of the, like
I would need it sooner than normal.
you need it sooner. How much would a hip replacement surgery cost you?
Oh, probably like I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but probably like 30,000 is my guess before insurance.
My goodness. Okay.
Like
Now,
it's a lot.
yeah. So Dylan, you've been dealing with this for the last 5 years, you said. It's something that's on the top of your mind every day. I mean, it makes you feel self-conscious of the way that you look. I don't want to make any assumptions, right? But
Yeah.
to me, if I were that way, to me that would be a lot to always constantly be worrying about the way that I look. So I mean, for you, Dylan, how does it make you feel, or like what's the effect that it has on you?
Kind of just poor mental. Like you want to do better, then you're in a battle of your own head. And if you're like sad of how you look, then you want to eat. Like I stress eat. So then if I feel bad about how I look, then I'll eat more. And then I'll feel bad that I look bad. So then I'll eat more because I'm stressed. But then I feel bad that I'm eating at all because my whole goal is to not be bigger.
So how does that make you feel? You said it makes you feel stressed out,
Yeah, stressed and like anxiety, anxious, sad.
sad, anxious, stressed out. Okay. Um, got it. Now, I mean, so Dylan, let's say hypothetically there is a world where you continue to just stay with these habits, right? You continue to stress eat, you continue to stay sad, anxious, and you're not happy with the way that you look, and you don't do anything about it, right? Where does that leave you 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now if you don't do anything
Probably
about it?
probably heavier, more stressed, more anxious. Same
Yeah,
position.
probably spending 30 grand on hip replacement too, right? A little bit sooner than you expect.
Yeah.
Okay. And Dylan, is that a life that you're willing to settle for?
No.
Why not?
Because I have one life. I want the best of it.
Yeah, exactly. So Dylan, what have you tried in the past to help you lose weight?
I've tried working out. I had a personal trainer for a little bit, and that was going well. And then he quit. Um, and then just working out, trying diets. I did very rough diets, and that didn't go the best. Um, like I tried the apple diet, miserable. Do not recommend.
So you
Um,
tried a couple of things. Did those help you get to your goal of 180?
those helped a little bit, but I just need like motivation, like consistency, I suppose, and accountability. I definitely need accountability.
Okay. So based off of that, Dylan, if you've been struggling with this for the last 5 years, what's kept you from investing into some advanced mentorship or advanced coaching in the past
I
to
did
help you shed
before.
weight faster?
I did before last year. I'm kind of picky on who I trust and like want because I don't want like some random person that's just like, oh yeah, just don't eat. Um, I had a guy named Zeus Swallow. His name is Michael at my old gym, but they had been going behind his back in a lot of things, so he quit abruptly and no longer offers training. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, but what I mean, despite that happening, do you feel like there's people out there that were once in your position that were 250 pounds, 300 pounds that they had a personal trainer and they quit. Do you feel like they still went out and found another one and made it possible to where they could lose weight?
probably.
Yeah. So I guess question for you is like, what's the difference between them and you?
Initially, it was just I guess I wasn't
Like what
motivated.
what's kept you? Yeah, like what's kept you from going out even after that, seeking more advanced mentorship and taking action to handle this a little bit more seriously? or what stopped you from growing in that area?
I think once I think a lot of people don't shut down. I think once my trainer quit, I was like, oh. And then I did try a new trainer, but it was like completely different style, and they just like hit exercises that didn't really work for me. So I think once that didn't work, I was like, oh, I just had the one trainer that was good. But now I'm also like, it's been a year.
Yeah,
I need to get back into it and fully dedicate.
yeah. So what is that? Is that like procrastination, would you say?
Yeah,
Okay. And do you feel like that way of thinking or that mindset has played a role in slowing you down or the way that you make decisions?
yeah.
Okay. Now, based on that, Dylan, what do you feel like is a mindset shift that you need to make to set yourself up in the best position possible so that way you can get to 180 pounds?
Fully dedicate. No more procrastinating. Like, just dedicate.
Yeah. No more procrastinating and changing the way that you make decisions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, man. So now we know what we need to avoid, right,
Mhm.
Dylan, which is you in the current moment staying at 230 pounds or, in the future being in the same spot or worse, and then you get more stressed, more anxious, more insecure, right? Or even worse than that, not doing anything about it, not even trying, right? So that's what we need to avoid. So now what I want to do is I want to go into some metrics, I want to get some data, and I want to talk about your goals, and we'll see if there's anything we can do to help, right?
Yeah.
So as far as like your current workout schedule, how often are you going to the gym every week?
So I'd taken a break because I moved. I was in the middle of nowhere. I was just lifting weights and stuff at home. But now I'm back in the city. I was in like the middle of Newark, literally in the woods, working from home. Um, but I have two gym memberships now. I'm currently working out like 3 times a week. I just shifted my schedule. I was working 8 to 8 at my old job. I got a new job in the last 3 weeks. Um, and I work from like 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. So now I have plenty of time to work out throughout the day. So I'm looking to
Mhm.
do at least 5 times a week now.
Okay. And what's your diet look like?
My diet currently, I'm currently working on it, but it's kind of all over the place. When I was transitioning to this job, be moving, but now I'm like getting groceries, looking into meal plans, and like beef and chicken, rice, stuff like that is the current plan.
Okay. Cool, man. And how many times a week are you eating out right now?
Mm. This week, I only did it like 4 times. The week before, when I was like adjusting to the job, everything, and moving, I wanted to say like once a day, but I am working on that as well. It's very
Okay.
expensive to do that once a day.
Yeah. I mean, even if that's like, $15 a meal, you're spending like 400, $500 a month on food. So, I mean, on average, right now you're eating anywhere between 25 and 30 times a week. That's how often you're eating out.
You mean a month?
Or sorry, yeah, a month, like 20 to 30 times per month.
Yeah, yeah, it sounds right.
Okay, got it. And you said your goal is to get down to 180 pounds, right?
Yeah.
What's your motivation behind getting to 180? Like, why 180?
180, I feel like 160, 150 is like considered the healthy weight range for my group. But I figure if I'm going to the gym, um, everything like that, I'm gonna gain mass, and then that'll also be like a good healthy range. I also feel like 160 for me to lose almost 100 pounds is kind of absurd. Um,
Mhm.
so I feel like me saying like a total of 70 pounds is much better.
Okay, got it. But what's the main motivation of getting to 180? Like, how things change once you got to 180? For
I
you, or even
think
160, right? We've had clients that have lost over 100 pounds. So for you, like, what makes you want to get down to 160, 170, 180? Like, how would things be different for you now than they would be if you were at, or sorry, how would things be different for you when you get to 170 versus how they are now?
I think once I hit that, it's gonna take a lot of dieting. It's gonna take a lot of meal prep. It's gonna take a lot of exercising. But I think by then I'll have developed so many more beneficial habits that won't be like, oh, well, I'm 180 now. I'm gonna hit 300. I'm gonna be like, oh, the worst I'll ever hit now is like 185, 190, because I have all those habits. Everything that will improve my life for the better.
What things would improve?
My health, my health, my mental, like everything, my muscles, everything. I feel would improve. Because you
Yeah.
are what you eat. And I feel like my energy would be better if I'm 60 pounds lighter my day to
Yeah.
day.
Yeah,
Because I
man.
sleep
I mean, so
terribly.
go ahead.
I sleep terribly right now.
Because of your weight.
I don't know if it's the heavier I've gotten, the harder it is for me to sleep and stay asleep. So probably.
Okay. So I mean, this is the fun part, Dylan, right? I want you to literally imagine in your head. You wake up tomorrow. You're 160 pounds. How do you feel about yourself? How do the people around you feel about yourself? How would your girlfriend feel about yourself? And like what? Like I want you to literally paint a picture of me of what would be different because this is where the real goals are, right? I want to see if you're really serious about this. Like what would be different if you got to 160, 170?
I feel like without going into too much, I feel like people would be proud of me. I think everyone would look at me and go, "Holy shit, he did it!" Because I've been saying like for years to my mom, "Oh, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna lose weight," and like I've lost 20 pounds now, which is good. But like I want to like come over and be like, "Oh shit!" like people know I'm actually serious and like dedicated, not fucking around and like I care about myself and like what I say.
Yeah.
I also want to be like my girlfriend tells everyone like, "Hey, this is my boyfriend," and she's all happy, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's cute." But, like I want them to be like, I want her to like be proud to show me off and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm not
Yeah.
saying
Do
she's
you feel like
not, but you know,
yeah. Do you feel like if you lost weight, she could be more proud if
yeah,
she went around and said like, "Hey, Dylan, this is my boyfriend, Dylan."
yeah.
She's like proud. Okay, got it. Um, what else? Is there anything else that would change if you were 160, 170 pounds? Like, how would you feel about yourself? I know right now you struggle with a lot of like insecurity and like, when you, even when you go out to a roller coaster park, you're wearing hoodies and stuff. Like, what would be different about the Dylan when he loses, 60, 70 pounds?
I feel like I'd be way more confident in myself and not stress as nearly as much. Um, because like, I've always been the funny guy, but I don't want to be like the funny fat guy. Like, and I would
Yeah.
be much happier, more confident, more carefree, more relaxed and everything. Like, I
Yeah.
want to go to the park and be like, I don't want that because I'm just gonna gain weight if I eat it. I don't want to be any
Yeah.
bigger.
Okay. Got it. Now, my next question for you, Dylan, is like, it's been 5 years, right? Why
Mhm.
all of a sudden are you saying now is the time for you to consider making a change versus just putting it off or waiting or contemplating or procrastinating how you have been? Like, why now is the time where you're like, I need to change my way?
One of my favorite quotes is I'm gonna butcher it because it's going off of memory, but it's like the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time to start was today. So now that I'm older, I'm not life's not getting any younger. I'm not getting any younger. If I start now, I can't start 5 years ago. I wish I could. I wish I could be sitting here right now, and be like, hey, I'm 180. I'm 180. I'm lean. Um, I can't. But if I do it now, it's only going to improve my health. Only going to improve my future. It's gonna make me the best version of me I can be.
Yeah.
Um,
And go ahead.
that's. I think the why now thing is when I was like 18, 19, I was so worried about my hip healing, everything that I was gonna like go do squats and I was just gonna completely wreck my hip and be in a wheelchair again. So I think just me being so worried about like having more surgeries, my body not fully recovering, hurting myself again, like I was just babying myself way too much, which kind of led into me gaining 30, 40 more pounds.
Uh-huh. Okay. So what you're saying is like, if it's not now, it's never.
Yeah.
And if it's not now, it's only going to get harder later because you're only going to get older. Your metabolism is only going to slow down. And the older you
Yeah.
get, the worse the problem's going to get. And also, the more expensive it's going to get, right? Because hip surgery, not cheap. So it's like if it's not now, then it's probably not going to happen, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, man. Last question I have for you then is you mentioned, Dylan, right now you're at 230 pounds. You want to be able
Yeah.
to drop down, 60, 70 pounds down to, 160, 170. Dylan, what's stopping you just from going out there and doing that on your own without us, without Jacob, or, just without anyone like us to help you with that?
I think my biggest problem is accountability. I've been trying to get a bunch of my friends to go to the gym and no one will. And then it's just nice to have like people supporting you because like I really don't feel supported in weight loss or anything. Like, I told my friend right now, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna start cutting like everything, and then he'll come over and he's like, hey, we made cake and everything since you're coming over. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And it's just, I just feel like I need the support system.
Okay, got it. And then outside of the support system, what do you feel like is stopping you from dropping all that weight?
Um, other than
You've tried things,
support,
they just kind of haven't. You mean you've tried a couple different things and they just haven't helped you get down to 180. So like, what's stopping you from doing that?
is a hard question. just mental, just mental and eating habits and not really knowing. not having all the resources, things along
Boom,
those
right
lines.
there, right there. All the knowledge and the resources. So that's what it is, right? The only thing that's really stopping outside of the accountability, right? Um, because I know you said accountability is a big thing for you, but also it comes down to knowledge too, right? You just don't know how. Because the reality is if you did know how to do it, probably would have been well on your way. But that's the thing is like if we take a step back, if we just zoom out and we look at the situation, Dylan, really the only difference between you being, 160, 170 pounds, ripped, confident, not insecure, not doing the shirt untucked thing every 5 minutes, not having to wear hoodies to the grocery store or Kings Island, and not feeling like the people around you are proud to show you off, right? And all these things. The difference between this Dylan and the Dylan that's 160 pounds, jacked, happy, not insecure, not worrying, not stressed out, not anxious, the one that feels confident in himself, and the one that breaks free of the thing that he's been fighting for the last 5 years. It's literally just accountability and knowledge. So the distance between these two lifestyles, Dylan, it's not astronomical, right?
Mhm.
It's literally from here to here. It's just knowledge and then having the right community. So I think for you, Dylan, I think you'd be a fantastic fit for what we do here. And I say that because not only has Jacob lost 130 pounds in 12 months, he helped his brother Frankie lose a lot of weight. He's helped tons of our clients lose a lot of weight. I mean, people just like you that are starting out. Um, so listen, man, I'd love to have you on the team. I don't think it's a matter of if you can do it. I just think it's a matter of when, right? Like when you decide to take action on yourself. And there's not a doubt in my mind that says if you show up, if you do what Jacob says, and you have that accountability from our community group. I mean, 160, 170 pounds is nothing, man, compared to what some of our clients have lost.
Yeah,
So I'll put the ball in your man. What questions do you have about Peach Fit, about how it works, how to get started, etc.
yeah. That was my question. Is like, how does it started? When would it get started? What does everything kind of look like? What's it all entail?
Yeah. So let me walk you through exactly how we help. So Jacob has a bunch of detail that he wants me to go over with everybody, but essentially how we help people lose weight. Pretty much the
Okay.
exact steps that Jacob took to lose 130 pounds in 12 months was with the recomp method. Are you familiar with that?
Recomposition. So
Yeah, with the recomp method. Have you heard of the method that Jacob uses?
I've heard of it, but I don't really know. I know that it's like you have enough protein so that way when you're still working out, you gain muscle, but then you're losing the fat. That's all I
S-
really know.
Sort of similar, yeah. So essentially, what the recomp method is, Dylan, is we pretty much build out, or what Jacob will do is he's going to build out a custom diet plan for you, a custom workout plan for you, and the perfect diet that's composed of the right amount of protein, the right amount of carbs, and the right amount of fats, and it's designed to keep you full. It's designed to reduce your cravings, and it's also designed around the foods that you like eating, right? So it's not going to
Mhm.
be some miserable chicken, broccoli, rice 3 times a day or 2 times a day meal. Like that's not sustainable. We want to build you something that you like, but it's also sustainable, right? You don't want to do the hardest thing in the world with food that you hate and then you quit 2 weeks later. So we build
Yeah.
it around what you like, so that way it's realistic and consistent for you. And pretty much the way that it works is the food that we put in there are designed to speed up your metabolism. So that way you're able to drop weight like you never have before. Okay. And then as far as like the logistics of exactly what comes with our advanced mentorship, you get a 45-minute consultation with a success manager on the team. We build a custom 90-day program meal plan built around your favorite foods, just like I said earlier. Okay. You get a custom workout plan. I know that you said that right now you're planning on working out, 3 to 5 times a week. So we're going to build out something for you that isn't, hey, Dylan, you need to work out 2 hours a day, 7 days a week. Again, that's not sustainable, right? We're going to build out something that's realistic for you and also compatible with your hip, right? I know that sometimes that can be painful. So we're going to take that into consideration and build something custom for you that fits your needs and your limitations, right? You also get weekly check-ins from your success manager. That's the accountability that you were looking for. And then on top of that, you also get additional accountability because you get access to our entire community. I mean, this part alone is worth so much because not only are you getting access to a group full of other men that are on the same mission, but you're getting accountability from people that are either currently in the process of losing weight or they've already done it. So they can give you tips as well alongside your coach. Okay. You get access to weekly group coaching calls from the success manager, and then you get lifetime access to the Fat to Jack program.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Any questions about that?
No, sounds good.
Okay. Everything makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, man. So based on everything that I showed you, how do you feel about the Peach Fit mentorship on a scale of 1 through 10? One being like, this is atrocious. I don't need it. It doesn't make sense. 10 being, if it sounds like everything that I need and it really seems like it can help me get to my goal of 160 pounds.
I think it sounds really, really good.
What number on a scale
10.
to 10?
Or like a
10.
9.5. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah.
Okay, cool, man. But yeah, that's pretty much all the logistics. What else do you want to know?
When would it start and everything like that? Like, when would the consultation be? When would all of that, I
It
guess?
it depends. It depends on you, man. How soon do you want to make a change?
As soon as possible.
Okay. Yeah, we can start today if you want.
Okay. And the other question is, what is the cost?
Yeah. So the investment for our advanced mentorship, Dylan, we have two different rates. Okay. We have our standard investment, and then we have our quick start rate. Standard investment is just everyday pricing. The quick start rate is for people who are action takers, right? So if you're like, hey, I'm ready to make a change. I no longer want to repeat the last 1, 2, 3, 4 years. I mean, in your case, 5 years. And you're like, hey, I genuinely believe that this can help me get where I want to go. I no longer want to make my problem worse or prolong it. And three, I'm ready to make a change on the call. We actually incentivize you because action takers deserve to get rewarded. So we just make it easier for you to get in. So the
Yeah.
standard investment for 1 year of coaching to help you go from 230 pounds, insecure, anxious, stressed out, all these other things that you talked about, not being able to defeat weight loss over the last 5 years, to getting you down to 160 pounds, confident, secure, proud uncle for your nieces and nephews, and all these things that we talked about is just 6K for a year. For the quick start rate's 5K. So we
Okay.
take $1,000 right off the top.
And is it a flat payment or payments?
Most of our clients pay in full.
Okay. But you can't do payments?
We could potentially, if that's something that you would need. Is it cool if I ask you a couple questions around that?
But yeah.
Yeah, because really at the end of the day, Dylan, all that really matters is how you feel about the program. So do you actually feel like this can help you get where you want to go?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you feel that way?
I feel like with all the resources, with how everything you said, the whole community, I feel like it would be a great incentive, great motivation, great way.
Okay.
Reach my
Cool,
goals.
man. Got it. And if money were out of the equation, is this something that you would do?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. And are you truly committed to being the guy that you need to and making the decisions that you need to make to be able to get to the Dylan that's 160, 170 pounds?
Yes.
Okay. What's your definition of commitment?
100% dedication.
Okay. So like doing whatever it takes to get to where you want to go.
Yeah. Even if I'm sick, even if I don't feel like it, just committing to the goal.
Cool, man. Now, what I can tell you is, yeah, if it comes down to the finances, that's something that we can actually help you with if it comes to that. What I can't help you with, though, is the commitment to showing up, getting on the coaching calls, meeting with your success manager, and being the guy that you need to, so that way you can get to 160 pounds, not only for yourself, but for your nieces, your nephews, your girlfriend, right? For your parents. So that way you're
Mhm.
not the fat guy in the family, right? So is it that we have the full investment and it's just scary, or do we genuinely need a payment plan to start?
Genuinely need a payment plan to start. I had just moved, stuff like that. Finances came up, stuff like that. Payment plan.
Okay, cool, man. So if there's a way for us to figure out a way for you to get in with a payment plan, are you ready to rock today and make a change for yourself?
I would have to do tomorrow because that's when I get paid. But yeah.
Okay, got it. But if we can figure out a way for you to get started around what you have today, are you ready to make a change?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. What's your, well, in that case, you got to help me help you. Like, what are you working with? What do you have in your savings? 'Cause we don't have like a cookie cutter process for everybody. We kind
Yeah.
of tailor it from person to person.
So today I have like $200 on my account. But tomorrow I get paid 1.2.
Tomorrow you get paid 1.2. Okay. Um, so I'll tell you what, Dylan, we have a in-house installment plan provider or like a payment provider. It's like a 50-50 hit rate if you get approved. But if they do approve you, we could probably get you started right around that $200 mark. Do you want me to send you a link and see if you can apply for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Um, I'm gonna shoot you over a link for the 6 month program.
Okay.
I honestly, I don't think you would need a year in the first place because you're only trying to lose 60, 70 pounds. And I think 10 pounds a month is something that's totally realistic for you. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot it your way and then I'm going to ask you to share your screen. Are you on a computer or a phone?
Phone. I don't have a computer or anything.
You're on the phone. Okay. So click on this link. I'm going to drop it here in the chat and then go ahead and share your screen and I'll walk you through that.
Is it showing?
Yep. So click
And
on the
then,
chat and there's a link I pasted in there.
oh, cool.
So there's a couple different options on there.
Yeah.
Um, the 12-month one might be your best bet. Yeah, we can get you started for 386.
Let me go get a different card real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Can you reshare once you're back?
Oh, yes, I forgot about that.
You're good.
It's okay.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and ring Jacob. I'm gonna just double confirm that we got it. Just stick around for 2 more minutes.
Hello?
All right, Dylan, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
If you could do me a favor and just screenshot that page and send it over to me, I think it's taken just a little bit to process, but we are good to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and ask you a couple questions, fill out your onboarding form, and then I'll have our team reach out to you. Sound good?
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead and screenshot that and send it over to me, and then we'll go ahead and get the onboarding form filled out for you.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. Okay. Let me make a copy, file, make a copy. Dylan, what's your last name?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you said you're 5'7", right?
Yeah.
And you said you're 25?
Yeah.
Right now you at 230?
Yeah.
Okay. And your goal weight is 160 pounds, right?
180, but 160 is the ideal.
180. And then as far as medical conditions that we should be aware of, it's just hip surgery.
Yeah. I can still squat and everything, though.
Okay, got it. And you prefer working out at home or at a gym?
At a gym.
Gym. Cool. And how many days a week can you dedicate to working out?
I as many as I can is 5 to 6. I'd still like at least one rest day. Because when I had to train, I
Okay,
was
we'll
working.
put 5 on there. Do you have any restrictions in the gym or movements that you don't like?
Um, I can't fully do a deep squat. I can squat, but I can't get like ass to grass. Like my body
Okay.
does not let me get that
I'll,
low.
I'll, I'll leave that open because that's no biggie if you can squat. How many meals a day would work best for you, Dylan?
2 or 3.
2 to 3. Cool. Do you have any allergies?
No.
Any foods that you want to avoid?
No.
Okay. Awesome. All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and get this sent over to our onboarding team, Dylan. They should be in contact with you within the next hour. But congratulations, man. I'm really excited for you and proud of you for making your first step towards your weight loss journey.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, and I'll send an email over to you. If you have any questions, just email me back. But I'll have them reach out.
Cool. Are they just gonna call me or Zoom me or how that would go?
They'll probably communicate with you via email. I'll have our success manager reach out to you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, take it easy, man. Bye bye.
You too. Bye.